Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Perhaps 'tis time we returned to our base of operations and deposited some of our finds. I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way? Ah, yes. Give me a moment to recall the way. I can guide you there if you wish.
Shall we make our way there and see what's to be seen?
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
This creature's hard as stone. I feel it tossing at our other foes.
I grant you roaring flame.
Cloudy water rhythm.
Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can. On my way! Seems we have enraged our foes.
Why do we not use their rage to our advantage?
Understood.
Oh, worthy caution. Lord save our best will do.
Now I understand.
while in another world, I happened upon a treasure chest rather close by here. Perhaps I could show you the way. We have yet more locations to... attend to. Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Not a foe in sight.
If we seek monsters, we shall doubtless find them ere long.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Polished it this morning.
What do ye want?
I have an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
We'll never reach our destination if you continue in that direction, Master. So I suppose I can guide it.
I grant you roaring flame.
Their range to our advantage.
I am well aware.
We have yet more locations to attend to. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Right, just follow me. We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
Is that a statue I espy over yonder?
We ought to take a closer look.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
We ought to take a closer look.
Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me. We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here.
Oh, you've come to a dangerous place. Scaly beasts make this their den. We've been dispatched to cull them. A small force ventured inside, though I've seen neither hide nor hair of them since. Seems the battle is hard won. I'll not stop you if you wish to explore, but don't look for my aid if aught goes awry.
Our road was a long one, but here we are at last.
Leaving so soon? But we've scarcely begun exploring.
'Tis not for you to question the Arisen's judgment.
What have I done to deserve this?
I cannot die. I've seen naught but the truth.
What are you doing? We've not been given leave to rest yet.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
You infuriating little...
This place still has its secrets. Surely it isn't your intention to leave them undiscovered, Master?
Indeed. Let us know if we can be of assistance, Arisen.
Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? Consarn it!
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to bed the Florians, Master.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I shall heal you at once. Wait a moment. Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. Well done.
We're not allowed to talk during missions, sir.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location. We're not done yet, Master. Our next destination awaits. I shall guide us to our nearest destination. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It is not far from here. Well, you don't see that every day. I imagine my master would faint were I to return beyond the rift with it. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Our task is complete.
Well said.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Lessening our load will help to keep us light on our feet. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Well done, Master!
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Fairy stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your eyes peeled.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now, I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see to the rest of this mess. You need not trouble yourself further.
They have no power save to push my boat back. All people fear the dragon, and yet 'tisn't the threat it seems.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Hold, sir. I'd rethink pressing onward if I were you. The village is crawling with saurians. Forgive me. I didn't mean to startle you. I used to call this place home, you see, in times more peaceful. You're the Arisen, are you? Well, that's something. We were hoping to reclaim our village, but it doesn't seem we'll have much luck. We fled when the dragon attacked some days past, thinking we'd return once the baleful thing was gone. Easier said than done, clearly. In our absence, a bask of saurians have made our homes their own. What are we to do? The guards not like to send soldiers all the way out here. But mayhap they needn't at all. You are the Arisen, aye? Could we trouble you to aid us in our hour of need? Please, sir, do something, anything about the saurians infesting our village.
Bask of Saurians has made its nest within the village, but not for long. If you have any say in the matter.
There, Master! Saurian!
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Was most effective.
Prepare yourself! In fate's hands now.
Don't we have a report to make, Master?
Is the deed done, good Arisen? Oh, thank you, thank you! We shall all be able to return to our homes at last. I can hardly wait to bring these tidings to the other villagers. I dare say we'll have this place livable again ere long. I cannot thank you enough. Long will you be known as a friend to our village. If you happen to pass by, do come visit us, won't you? I should like for you to see this place as 'twas afore the dragon's attack. For your sake, as well as ours, we'll do our utmost to see the village restored.
A fine job by our merry band. What say we visit again anon to see how the village fares in the aftermath?
Indeed, you are correct.
Why does the old man venture out to sea day after day? What does he seek to prove?
Curious, isn't it?
Perhaps we will understand more in time. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
Am I the... First to notice we've all... got different vocation.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well met, sir. Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
Shall we get some rest then? There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
After market I go.
You slept well?
The road's at your leisure.
We have yet more locations to attend to. Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. The soldiers delivering freight were last espied near Vermin's eastern edge. That's not far from here.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light. Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
We forget the value of a moment's contemplation.
Here, if you please.
I ought to turn in for the night.
Do try to keep me in your sights, Master. I shan't lead you astray.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Let my magic grant you an elemental boon. I see you've been ready. Dry off as soon as you
You truly are formidable, Arisen.
This is all Come over here.
There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt.
Hold fast, Arisen! I will be with you in but a moment.
Well done.
Alan! This battle is not yet done!
No extra progress.
He won't have any hope of victory. We must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
True enough.
All together now! We attack the
But fast and our bodies for fall!
He does.
Grudge you roaring flame.
Where are we off to next? Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. Oscar! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
That was superb, Arisen!
Could you come over here?
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Just one more push ought to bring it down.
A focused attack ought end this foe. Well done. I grant you roaring flame.
Here, if you please.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Ah, good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle our busy work.
Should your pack grow overfull, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by spreading it out among us pawns.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. Here we go again.
You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen.
Understood. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Our curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
What say? Mark it in our minds as a place of interest.
This one's shaking.
It isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make camp.
We shall be ill-prepared for battle if we rest overmuch. smite our enemies.
I'll never tire of this.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
We wouldn't want to fall from this height.
Crossing swiftly seems the safest option.
I suppose 'tis so.
Watch for the hobgoblin!
Fire's fury shan't be of aid against this boat.
Protect the shipment! Steel yourselves! Cut the fiends down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
How did this happen? We must respect the cargo.
They're a tenacious lot.
All done then?
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Follow me.
It's clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Are we leaving already? Father,
Master, watch out!
my thanks.
I shall heal you at once.
Huzzah! We must inform Captain Brant at once. I know where that person can be found, Master. This way. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Am I the first to notice we've all got different boat?
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my speciality.
My talents lie in combining materials, and I'll use those in my possession to craft things for you in my spare time.
All told, I'm rather satisfied
It will
with
be
my
an
performance.
honor to serve by your...
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Peruse at your leisure.
Would that I could spend...
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We know what we're looking for, but not where it is. I suppose there's naught for it but to start searching.
Peruse at your left.
A mug of ale is just what I need.
Could you come over here?
Oh dear. What am I to do?
We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
Seems I've got someone's eye.
Now, where was I?
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made...
Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Just a short rest, then I'll be
Not a care in the world. Just as it should be.
Well met, sir.
I'm dead on my feet, but I've much to do yet. Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. My story entertain
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
I'm all for camp, but solid walls are a joy that can't be beat. And ours for a full week at no charge. What a steal!
Indeed, you are correct. A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
wonder if this'll be my locks and I'm old and grey.
Now we must report to Captain Brandt. That's the way of things, is it not? A person of import, I take it? Very well. I will lead the way. So we find...
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You've done a fine job culling those monsters, Your Majesty. 'Tis common knowledge among the people that 'twas you who delivered them from danger. The number of those who seek out this tavern in the hope of an audience with the Arisen grows by the day. Should you continue to display such valor, the day will soon come when Disa can no longer deny your presence. And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. 'Tis a symbol of my own gratitude.
Our task is complete. Hardly surprising, given that you and I...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be Arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.